IMA International Review in New Delhi closes its sixth biennial edition with an essentially positive result. The Indian three-day event that opened last Thursday the 5th ended on the afternoon of Saturday the 7th, with a total of 34,000 visitors. That's 17% down compared to the 2017 edition, coming from the various states of India and from many countries in the Far East and Africa, including China, Algeria, Uganda, Tanzania, and Ghana. Over 400 industries of agricultural machinery and specialized components presented their range of products, selected to meet the needs of agriculture of the Indian subcontinent, which is under development and aims to improve production yields, but also the quality and healthiness of the productions. The number of visitors was lower than in the previous edition as a result of the negative economic situation, which saw a drop in sales of agricultural machinery in India during this year. The sales of tractors are in fact down by 10%, a phenomenon that local analysts considered natural after the boom of 800,000 registrations which took place in 2018, which clearly established India as the largest market in the world. The Italian companies that participated in IMA Agrimach can capitalize on the contacts developed during the exhibition, and in particular in the business-to-business meetings organized by FederUnacoma and ICE with business people from Bangladesh, Cambodia, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Vietnam. After a very positive first quarter of 2019, up by 29%, due to a particularly mild season, sales of machinery and equipment for gardening and garden care recorded constant declines in the spring and summer period, and it is feared that 2019 could even close in the negative. This is the forecast provided by Comagarten, the Association of Manufacturers of Gardening and Garden Care Equipment, during a press conference held in November the 27th in Milan. The meteorological phenomena therefore have a direct influence on the market of mechanical vehicles and also on the geographic location of the demand, even if our country maintains a different predisposition to purchases in the different areas. Overall, the North represents about 55% of the market for gardening machines, while the remaining 45% is almost equally distributed between Center Italy, 22%, and Southern Italy, 23%. Comagarten President Renato Cifarelli remarked how the expansion of urban areas is a global phenomenon, which affects both the most developed countries and the emerging and developing countries.
The market in Europe this year is low because the north part of Europe had a very, very bad weather during the summer. It was very hot, and so the market decreased for this reason. In Italy, the market up to the third quarter was quite good, about 5% more, but we expect by the end of the year a decrease due to the bad weather that we have in Italy in this period. Very rainy, so the market and the maintenance decreased, and we expect the market to decrease.
In 1950, compared to a world population of about 3 billion individuals, 70% of the population lived in rural areas, and only 30% was concentrated in the urban areas. In 2050, with a population of 9 billion people, the relationship will be exactly reversed, with 70% of the world's population concentrated in cities and metropolises, and only 30% distributed in rural areas. This will have significant effects on the demand for specific machinery for maintenance, multi-purpose activities, for the new forms of urban features such as vertical green hanging gardens and bioarchitecture. The IMA Agricultural Mechanics International Exhibition, which will take place in Bologna from the 11th to the 15th of November 2020, is already in its full organizational phase. The Italian Federation of Agricultural Machinery Manufacturers, FederUnacoma, organizer of the Great Bologna event, opened registrations for exhibiting industries last September 23rd and is already handling a number of enrollments flowing in at a faster rate than expected. In the first 2 days since the registrations were open, the organizers explained during the press conference held on November the 13th at the Hanover exhibition, over 600 requests for participation were formalized, many of which came from foreign manufacturers, and in the subsequent days the requests have continued to flow steadily.
Dal punto di vista delle richieste da parte delle aziende.
From the point of view of formalized requests from companies, we have reached over 1,200 exhibiting companies that have already declared that they want to invest in the next edition of IMA to promote their brand and exhibit their brands from an international point of view. There are obviously also many innovations, and next year's added value will be just to win the IMA challenge in some way, also at the international competition
La
level.
sfida di EIMA.
Currently, there are almost 1,300 formalized enrollments, a number that suggests a total number of exhibitors above the record level of 1,950 reached last year, November 2018. There will be many IMA 2020 innovations that will be presented in the coming months, and a very rich calendar of meetings, conferences, and workshops on technical and political economic issues. It was announced during the conference that a particular highlight will be given to the competition for technical innovations, which will have a specific international event dedicated to them in September, about 2 months before the opening of IMA 2020. In addition, there will be a new outdoor demonstration area, also within the exhibition complex, for information and dissemination activities to the public regarding the most advanced applications of agricultural mechanization. A new competition is also planned, which will assess the quality and aesthetics of the stands. Although it may be a specialized showcase aimed at an audience of professionals and technicians, IMA offers an extraordinary look at beauty, which also deserves to be rewarded.
EIMA International non è
IMA
soltanto
International
un
is
punto
not
di
only an
riferimento
international benchmark.
internazionale,
Not only
non
do
si
you see
vede
the maximum
soltanto la massima
technological
innovazione
innovation and the
tecnologica,
great specialization
la
of
tanta
mechanization for
specializzazione
which
di
Italy excels,
meccanizzazione,
but it is also the
per
most
cui
beautiful
l'Italia
exhibition
eccelle,
there
ma è
is.
anche la più bella fiera che c'è.
The professions related to gardening, green space care, and the maintenance of outdoor areas and sports facilities have gained increasing importance in recent years. The IMA Green Academy project was launched to meet this growing need for technical mechanical skills, promoted by Comagarden, FederUnacoma, in collaboration with the Monza Park School and the Minoprio Agricultural School in Lombardy, and Emilia-Romagna's Dinamica Training Institution. This training course, presented on November 27th in Milan with a press conference, integrates the subjects already present in the specialized schools with specific mechanization modules. Within the study plans, a precise amount of hours will be dedicated to the description of the mechanical fleet for gardening, to the demonstration tests, and to operator training.
We think that the market and the needs of the market is changing. We have many more professional gardeners that take care about maintenance of in town of the green in the parks and in the towns, and we think that we have to improve the way the maintenance people use the machines, and so we developed with the main schools of gardeners in Italy some courses, and we want to participate with them to these courses with the three parts that we are going to develop. The first one are about law in Italy for security and environment and all the laws that refer to the machines that we produce, the garden machines. The second part is how to use in the better way the machines to make maintenance of parks, and the third part is test in the field. So we think that the companies that we represent will help in these courses, and we will allow the people to try the machine in the field.
The path that the students and the staff to be trained at the schools will be concluded by some seminars and an educational tour at IMA Green, the international exhibition of gardening and green space care technologies that FederUnacoma organizes within the great IMA International Agricultural Mechanics Exhibition, which will be held in Bologna in November 2020.